Windy City special in the booth. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bull. It's Jay Williams.
And Ed, both squads are getting up last-minute shots. As a player, you never leave the court on a missed shot. A make shot always sets the right tone before the game.
All the work that's gone into this game about to be on full display here tonight. Won by the Bucks. To Adetokunbo. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Giannis Adetokunbo, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 74% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second.
So, Ed, my man P. Bev the other day made some comments on social media. I want to get your reaction. He said, I'll tell you right now, we are the best team in L.A. How do you feel about that?
Jay, since the Clippers moved from San Diego, I don't know if that's been the case once. Maybe going back a few years, but LeBron James is in L.A. now. I don't know if Patrick Beverley's right on that one.
I got ball.
Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Rises for the slam.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Clippers have the basketball.
Defense, let's go.
Nothing going here on that drive. Paul George. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
To Matthews. They'll get it down low to Lopez. Even to Zubats. Tips it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Beverley into the front court. They're down 3. Nice pass to get things going.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Giannis in control of the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Middleton. Lopez. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Trying to cash in. Beverley's shot no good. Giannis with it up top. Leads just a point. To Matthews. Adetokunbo. Short jumper off the mark. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. Adetokunbo. Open look. Giannis Adetokunbo. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
No good. Bledsoe with it up top. Up by 3. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard to Harkless. Beverley's shot no good.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Here's Leonard for 2. Bledsoe with the basketball. Leads 5. To Matthews. Giannis Adetokunbo looking good. 4 for 5.
Old school equals high percentage.
Paul George, 4-2, and scores on the step back. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
To Paul George. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's now shooting 5 for 7. LA Clippers with the basketball. George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Bledsoe with it up top. Leads 4. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's got 2 shots coming. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Misses the first. Second one's good. Splits the pair. It's LA Clippers ball. Paul George. Probing the defense. Bucks have the rebound. Bledsoe at the basketball. Up 5. Antetokounmpo to Lopez. And the Clippers able to clear the board. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. Works it. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Middleton. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Giannis for 2. And the Clippers with the rebound. Beverly into the front court. 5-point game. Spinning shot. Won't fall. Bledsoe to Lopez. Brook Lopez. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Beverly into the front court. Right now, down 7. To Harkless. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. To Harkless. Going to launch beyond the arc. Defense snuffed it out. Harkless off the mark. Giannis in control of the basketball. His team up by 7. To Middleton. Five on the shot clock for Milwaukee. Giannis for 2. Almost, but no good.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
They get it to George, down low. Paul George, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
And that footwork was absolutely off the charts. Just that space, splash.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
There's a fine line between being active and being a detriment. You don't want to keep giving up extra possessions.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for 2 shots, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First one, count it. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Williams into the front court. Now down 6. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Jay, 44 wins for the Bucks a year ago. 7th best record in the East. In your mind, foundation, is it in place in Milwaukee?
The foundation is on its way, but it always seems like it comes down to injuries and lack of chemistry for the Bucks.
Leonard to George. Paul George. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
To Paul George. 4-3. The hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
Short jumper misses. Williams to George. Has a chance. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Bucks at the controls. To Antetokounmpo. Korver. Brook Lopez. 2 of 4 now.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Williams across the timeline. Down 5. George had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Antetokounmpo. Able to convert inside.
Come on. You knew that setup was coming the whole game. But you were patient, and you waited until the right moment to use it.
Now Doc wants a timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Shot from in close, no good. Bucks at the controls. George Hill to Antetokounmpo. Hill. The drive, right to the basket.
Make it hard on him. Nothing easy.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Jay, the Clippers last year were 2 games better than 500. Pretty amazing when you think about what they dealt with.
Most definitely. But everything for this Clipper organization starts with Lou Williams. He is the stud for this team. It's his second time in his career he's been named 6th Man of the Year. And that's why they signed the 31-year-old to a 3-year, $24 million deal.
To George Hill. Korver.
I got you.
And count the basket inside.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
George. Now a steal by Milwaukee. Korver to Adetokunbo. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Clippers have the basketball. Paul George to Harkless. Sizing up the defense. George. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. Taking advantage of the turnover.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
That misses with 3 seconds left. 1 quarter down. The Bucks in command of this one. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Williams. Now a steal by Milwaukee.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Scores from the post.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Giannis with it up top. The advantage is 13 points. Here's Lopez down low. And look out. Jay, we're seeing more of the same to start the second.
It's called settle for more. Just because a defender gives you space doesn't mean that you need to take the jump shot. Keep attacking the rim. It will open up eventually.
Williams to Paul George. And strokes it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Hill. You've got to get that one to go. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
So you're just going to let him go coast to coast like that?
George Hill to Adetokunbo. They'll get it down low to Lopez. Brook Lopez. He's now 4 for 6.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
New blood coming in for both sides. Paul George trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Off the mark at the line. Hill into the front court. The lead is 11. May 2018, Jay, the Bucks make the move to Mike Budenholzer roster.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Williams to George. Has a look. George with a shot. No good. Milwaukee with the basketball. Hill to Lopez. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Paul George. To Williams. LA with 4 to shoot. George lets it fly. It's claimed by Milwaukee. To George Hill. Has a chance. Wide open look. Won't go. To Paul George. To Williams. From long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your pass.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Williams. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Williams. Off the mark. Bledsoe with it up top. His guys up by 15. To Adetokunbo. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Adetokunbo to Bledsoe. 5 on the shot clock for Milwaukee. Shot by Lopez off the mark. Knocked loose. Ah, the monster stuff.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Bucks basketball. Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Ball's tied up. We'll get a jump ball. Changes coming from both sides right now. Bledsoe. From the painted area, won't go down. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Harkless. To Beverly. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Adetokunbo to Lopez.
Keep him hit, keep him hit.
Middleton to Adetokunbo.
You've been working on this.
Middleton. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Now a steal by Milwaukee. Patrick Patterson, huge block. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Adetokunbo to Bledsoe.
Here we go. Double team.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Giannis Adetokunbo at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Free throw, good for Giannis. It's a 3-point play as the Bucks add to their lead. Leonard.
Right here, y'all get yours. I got ball. I got ball.
Here's a chance from long range, and Kawhi Leonard buries the 3 with a hand in his face.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Here we go. My ball, my ball.
Here comes the screen. Adetokunbo to Middleton. Chris Middleton with the slam.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Leonard over to the right side to Leonard. Takes stock of the floor. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Down to 5 on the 24. Fires the 3. Textbook defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Harkless. Giannis Adetokunbo with the block. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Bledsoe with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. To Matthews. Mo Harkless sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Down low for Leonard. And it's Lopez there for the rebound. Bledsoe with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Lopez. Runner here won't go. It's LA Clippers ball. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from the lane won't go. Middleton. To Bledsoe. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Beverly into the front court. Down a bundle. The screen sets him up for two.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Middleton to Bledsoe. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Leonard. Short jumper misses. Chris Middleton pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
The Bucks at the controls. Bledsoe to Matthews. The Bucks with 4 to shoot to Matthews. Fires the three. Well contested. Wesley Matthews can't hit it. Beverly into the front court. His guys down big. LA with 4 to shoot to Leonard. For three.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. And hits the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. Perfect from the line. It's all 3 of them. Giannis in control of the basketball. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. To Lopez. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. Leonard to Beverly. Brook Lopez with a piece.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Kawhi Leonard not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Knocked loose. Has a look. And he hits. He'll let one fly from half court. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Bucks are feeling comfortable at the halfway mark. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Clippers would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard.
Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments.
Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Steals.
As long as there's time left on the game clock, no lead is truly safe. They just have to be ready to seize every opportunity in the second half.
Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo is doing everything he can on defense to get the win. He's blocking shots, he's getting steals, and he's setting the tone for his team.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Clippers have the basketball.
Screen.
Beverly to Harkless. Deep two there, won't go. On the follow, way to stay with it.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Eric Bledsoe, consistent effort. He's at 50%.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Beverly into the front court, looking to make something happen.
Don't even play with him. You see, he can't guard you.
Shot from in close, no good. Matthews to Bledsoe. The pass set it all up.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Here comes the screen. Driving right to the basket. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Patrick Beverly, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 76% from the line. First one goes down. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Bledsoe with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe. Can't connect from in close. To Harkless. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe. The drive right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Beverly. Here comes the screen. Brook Lopez swats it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. To Lopez. Terrific vision. Doesn't get the bounce. A couple of cracks at the line now.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Bucks at the controls. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. To George.
Screen coming up. Screen coming.
Add 2 points to the board.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Here comes the screen. And the finish at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Leonard to Beverly. Lets it fly from long range. And Patrick Beverly plays with so much confidence. Zero hesitation, knocks it down.
And the game flow in the second half is completely different than the first. That first half equals out of sight, out of mind. Way to recalibrate in the locker room and find your rhythm back on the court.
Adetokunbo to Lopez. And the rebound comes down to the Clippers. George to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard. Taken down by Giannis. Bledsoe to Matthews. Middleton to Adetokunbo.
Look at the post. Come on, here.
5 on the shot clock for Milwaukee. Adetokunbo. Giannis Adetokunbo. He's going to get 3 shots here. His percentage right now, 57%. First free throw is good.
Let's go, boy. Catch me out.
Second of 3 is good. Hits all 3 free throws.
That's a bucket.
To Harkless. Leonard. Trying to cash in and scores.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Bledsoe to DiVincenzo. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Beverly to Paul George. Bledsoe with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe. Bledsoe slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Bucks at the controls. Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
And counted at the rim.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Subbing in, number 54.
Paul George fires. Jumper's good.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Milwaukee with the basketball.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe. Probing the defense. Scores from the post.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Paul George. And the basket good at the rim.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Giannis with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Leonard to George. Short jumper off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Beverly into the front court. His guys down big. George. Shot clock winding down. George. Tough shot. He hits.
Well, easy difference there. In the first half, the offense allowed the defense to settle into their half-court sets defensively, and that's why the shots were all contested. But now, since they picked up the pace of the game, they're getting a lot more action out of transition threes.
Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo around the perimeter. Bledsoe buries it on the catch and shoot.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Matthews to Antetokounmpo. Nice pass to set things up.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need the dart to pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Bucks basketball. Matthews to Bledsoe. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Brook Lopez trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Unable to connect on the free throw. Williams into the front court. Down a bundle to Paul George. The screen sets him up for two.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Adetokunbo to Korver. To Adetokunbo. Beyond the arc for three. Not getting the bounce. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
To George. Slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
George Hill to Adetokunbo. And the rebound taken down by the Clippers. Williams across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Bucks have it. Giannis Antetokounmpo just off the mark. George Hill. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Bucks in control so far. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter. And it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting five has certainly earned the fourth quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
Has a chance. Korver's shot misses. Williams into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Paul George.
Don't let him split. Don't let him split.
Able to convert inside.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
Here comes the screen. Adetokunbo to Hill. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. From the painted area, won't go down. To Adetokunbo. DiVincenzo to Adetokunbo. Here's Lopez, down low. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, who saw that coming?
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Paul George. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Adetokunbo to George Hill. Going to launch beyond the arc. George Hill, not sure why he was so wide open. Buries the 3.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Jerome Robinson at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both.
For the Milwaukee Bucks, number 24, Pat Connaughton.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Hill to Adetokunbo. Add 2 points to the board.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Giannis Adetokunbo sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Hill.
Double.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Williams to George.
Number 19.
Has a look. Harrell can't connect. To Adetokunbo.
I got ball. Here I come.
Bledsoe.
There you go. Watch him. I got him right here. Double. Come on. Help.
LA Clippers with the basketball.
Cutters, attack.
George to Williams. Down to 5 on the 24 to Williams. 4-3. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
First one, count it.
Good shot, buddy. Good shot, buddy.
2 for 2 on that trip. To Harkless. Here comes the screen.
Screen coming. Right.
Williams to Harkless. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Good shot, boy.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
No, great defense there, forcing the pickup. George Hill. To Adetokunbo.
Watch your back, watch your back, watch your back.
Bledsoe. He's got it for 3.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Patrick Beverly. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Bledsoe. Nice pass to set things up. Easy path to the rim.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Beverly. To Williams. "24-second violation." Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Adetokunbo to Lopez. Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Middleton. Whoa, Chris Middleton. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Beverly to Harkless. Leonard. And he's going to the line to shoot.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
And hits the first free throw.
Number 13, Paul George.
Goes 2 for 2.
Good shot.
The Bucks at the controls. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Off the assist.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Matthews. Yes, Wesley Matthews. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on a swivel, But ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
Leonard, now a steal by Milwaukee.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Bledsoe slams it down. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Beverly to Paul George. Knocked loose. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is going to get a chance at three here. Hasn't missed yet. First one goes down. Second to three, got it.
Number 24, Pat Connaughton.
Whoops, that won't go. Bucks at the controls.
Pick up, match up.
Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe.
Double.
Out of bounds. Last touch by Eric Bledsoe. To Beverly.
Right here, y'all get yours. I got ball.
Paul George to Beverly. Brook Lopez able to recover with the block. That's his third block this evening.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent from any team offensively.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Numbers not bad, could be better. 70% in this game. And he missed the free throw. Beverly into the front court. Down a bundle. George to Harkless. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Here's Leonard for 2. Jumper's good.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Mo Harkless snatching it out of the air. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Giannis Antetokounmpo trying to cash in on the three-point play, shooting 63% in this contest. And he misses that one free throw. Beverly to Harkless. Can't connect from inside. To Antetokounmpo.
Got him. Be up, baby. Be up.
Matthews, bad pass there. Clippers have it. To Beverly. Patrick Beverly. He's 3 for 7.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Adetokunbo to Bledsoe. To Adetokunbo. It was right there. Another follow. Stays out.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Knocked loose. Good touch that time from Chris Middleton.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
To Leonard. Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard. Wide open look, won't go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Giannis with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Not that time. Giannis Adetokunbo rejects it. Short jumper off the mark. The Bucks claim victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bucks put together a nice win here today, and the way they attacked the rim was outstanding. Not only is the dunk a high-percentage shot, it's also a great way to test the confidence of the defense. The Clippers just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Assists.
The Los Angeles Clippers struggled to find an open man all game long, and that led to a lot of iso ball and bad looks.
Antetokounmpo was the one making the playmaking possible, dealing out some great passes.
Player of the game. Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.